Hey, 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 Dr. Joe from Atlanta. Welcome to your Wellness for Life. Happy Monday. Hope you had a good one. It's the beginning of the week. To have a great week, you have to start on Monday, not on Wednesday. Otherwise, you'll have lost 2 days. Can't have a great week if you start halfway. All right, for some people, it's Mindset Monday. For some people, it's Meatless Monday. For some people, it's Money Monday. Today, it's going to be Marriage Monday. How about that? And you thought I wasn't going to come. It's late. It's almost 10 o'clock. Dr. Pohl, he must have gone to sleep. No, I'm an obstetrician. I never sleep. Just kidding. All righty. Here we go. 7 tips to solve money conflicts in marriage. There are many reasons why couples split up. And I tried to find out, what the main reason is. And it looks like it kind of revolves around poor communication. Poor communication about lots of things. And obviously, they can be about intimacy. They can be about how you raise your kids, what kind of car you're going to buy. And money fits right in there. So I've always heard that most couples kind of argue about sex or money or sex. It boils down to those two. And if you don't communicate, you're not going to solve those problems. So again, the theme that runs through all these 7 tips to solve money conflicts, guess what? It boils down to communication skills. And I've heard, and I'll mention this again, I'm not sure where I heard this, but someone told me that $500, as little as $500 a month, could make the difference between saving a marriage and breaking up a marriage. So that's like a car payment. All right, so here we go. 7 tips to solve money conflicts in marriage. Problem number one, and tip number 1 is people have different money styles. And there's a lady, Olivia Mellon, who wrote a book called Money Harmony. And she says there's actually 6 categories of money opposites. The most obvious one is one wants to spend and one wants to save. And that's going to run into a little bit of a conflict. And opposite styles often lead to friction. Yep. Which is why money is consistently one of the top 2 causes of marital conflict. What's the other one? They don't say it. So communication. Preferably, you want to maybe discuss this before marriage, but guess what? I've been married for 37, 38 years, and we didn't discuss this before because you're in love, You're in love, you're going to get married. Now we're talking about money. You'll solve that later, right? We'll solve that later. So one exercise that Olivia Mellon, author of Money Harmony, says is, how about for 6 weeks, each spouse adapts the money style of the other person. So the spender becomes a saver and the saver becomes a spender. I'm not sure that would work, but I guess so. Bottom line is, if you have different money styles and as you go down this journey of marriage, you probably will figure that out. And if you're way opposite, you're going to have to communicate to kind of get back to the middle. Okay, number 2 of the 7 tips to solve money conflicts in marriage. Number 2, you're not being transparent about your finances. So the big discussion is, should we merge or should we not merge our accounts? Now, if you're just starting out, If you're just starting out, you're young and you're both out of school, high school or college or whatever, and you're about the same age and you really don't have anything yet. Merging your accounts probably makes sense. Now, if you're divorced and now you both have careers and you're in your mid-30s or 40s and you have big sizable accounts, maybe not merging them is what that couple should do. But anyway, the bottom line is you need to communicate. You got to be transparent. And so again, communication kind of comes down to the bottom of this. And let's see. A couple of reasons to merge would be obviously you're working from as a team, and it's obviously going to make finances simpler. You don't have multiple accounts to kind of follow and chase. And anyway, so I think that's about it for that one. Next tip, number 3, is debt, his and her debt. When I got married, I was a struggling medical student. I had some debt. I was on a scholarship, and I had run up some credit card, and my wife already had been working, had paid off all her debt, and so she was sweet enough, kind enough to pay off my debt. It wasn't too much. I think it was like $5,000, which back in 1978 or so, 81, would have been not a small amount. But anyway, so his and her debt. The risk of discord is especially high if a diligent saver discovers that a new spouse comes with a dowry of debt. So again, you may want to communicate about your debt. And one thing that counselors recommend is that you exchange credit reports. Can you imagine? You get married at like 25, now you're going to exchange credit reports. Just asking to do that probably would stir up some conflict. Like, why do you want to do that? That may actually be a red flag if someone says, I'm not going to do that. Because, then, you'll start finding out if the other person had open lines of credit, overdue debt, wage garnishments, and bankruptcies in the past. And some of this may be more relevant for older couples that are getting married later on in life or got divorced, not getting remarried. All right, so communicate about your debt, his and her debt. Number 4, people have different risk tolerances. Now, this probably has more to do with you're more established and now you got some money to invest and you're going to put it in the stock market. You're trying to decide how much equity, how much bonds, what the percentage should be. You might want to just get a financial planner or in some kind of investment advice, give you advice on that. But some people like to do this on their own, and some people want more aggressive stocks, and some people are more conservative. So on that note, my wife and I have been pretty conservative, so we've been singing from the same sheet of music. We don't have too much risk tolerance. We like to be conservative and not like to gamble too much. All right, so that's number 4. And I guess if you do go alone and you don't get any help and you're going to do this on your own with the stock market stuff and investing, you may want to come to some kind of agreement about what your asset allocation is, So, instead of one person wanting 80% of their investment in stocks, maybe compromise at a smaller number. Number 5, trouble blending families and finances. Again, this is probably more for couples that have separated and split up and got remarried, and now they've got this blended family. Second marriage can cause some sore feelings about money, even across generations. Now you've got some older kids, adult kids from previous marriages that want to make sure that they get a part of mom or dad's inheritance. And so you may want to go down this road of having some kind of a prenup or post-nup arrangement, prenuptial arrangement agreement, or post-nuptial arrangement, and that can help you kind of blend the finances of the families. Again, communication. Unfortunately, this will probably bring in LegalZoom or some lawyer, and they love that kind of work, so why not? The other option would be to have some kind of revocable living trust, or a trust or a will to kind of make sure that you keep everybody happy. And then let's see, number 6, supporting an adult child. Now you're again older and you may have one of these boomerang kids, and sometimes one is a little bit more apt to want to help that kid out, and one wants to just cut the strings and get them out. So you need to kind of discuss that. Again, we're back to communication. One parent wants to help, the other wants to cut the strings. First thing you want to do is make sure that you're on course with your retirement before you start being very generous with adult kids that should be out on their own. Or if they really are a boomerang kid and they are eating your food out of your refrigerator and that kind of stuff, and you're paying for their car repair, that kind of stuff, then you may want to have them help pay for some of the utilities, maybe. And then number 7, the final tip to solve money conflicts in marriage is out of sync retirement. Again, this is something that is mostly seen in couples that are more than 10 years in age difference. So now, this could be a younger couple, 125 and 135 or 40 getting married. Or, they are divorced and get remarried, and there's a sizable age difference between the two, 10 years or more. And differences about when to retire often occur when spouses are more than 10 years apart. Quote, it's from a certified financial planner in Denver, Chad Hamilton, says it's not coincidental that the divorce rate for those over the age of 65 is significantly increasing while divorce rates among other age groups have plateaued or dropped. So it looks like they're arguing about money and they're out of sync in their retirement. So again, you have to communicate, and maybe the person that's younger may get to retire early, so they both retired about the same time and they're both happy, instead of one still going to work and the other one's just watching Netflix all day long. Hopefully that won't be the case. All right, so 7 tips to solve money conflicts in marriage. Let me just run through them again. Numero uno is having different money styles. One wants to spend, one wants to save. Communicate. Number 2, not being transparent about your finances. Got to be transparent, got to communicate. Number 3, his and her debt. Again, got to be honest. Communicate. Number 4, different risk tolerances. That will be something you'll probably figure out. Number 5, what is number 5? Trouble blending families and finances, the Brady Bunch kind of thing. Got to communicate. Supporting an adult child. Communicate. And out of sync retirement. Communicate. All right. Happy Monday. Happy Marriage Monday. Happy Mindset Monday. Meatless Monday. Money Monday. Whatever Monday it is for you. I hope that this was the start for a great week. And we'll catch y'all tomorrow. Dr. Joe from Atlanta. Welcome to Your Wellness for Life. Hope you get some rest. Rest is important. Try to get at least 7 hours, and you'll be better for it. So we'll catch y'all tomorrow. Have a good night. God bless. Bye.